What's going on, guys? It's Russo Trades here. I'm here with JD again. JD, the high ticket sales agent. Just learning how to trade. That's it. Go over ICT concepts. We'll go over a little bit about what happened today and show some examples, and that's it.
Shout out to Brian. Let's do it.
Yep, it's the cocktail session.
Yep. Cocktail
So,
session.
anyways, during Asia session, I seen this inverse. Pretty nice, not bad. We closed below, rejected. You already knew. So what I still do see here for tomorrow, I'm not gonna lie, I know we had a really bullish play today. I really see us bouncing from this this 50% within this range here, and guess what's in within that range? This huge 1 hour fair value gap. So tomorrow my condition is this huge 1 hour fair value gap. If we break this, I'm bullish. We're gonna go to all-time highs again if we break this 1 hour. If if we respect it and get a short setup, I'll take a short setup out of here. What I do see too though, I wanted to show you, JD, is
Hmm.
that's the 1 hour. Here on this is the 4 hour. We have so much low resistance liquidity. We have a low here, a low here, a low here, a low here. We have a bunch of lows that just haven't been ran yet. So I really see us coming down further.
It might, yeah, it looks like it might
Look
reject.
at look. Yeah, look at all these lows here. I mean, none of them have been ran yet, and we ran all the highs. So it's like, why we don't have no reason to go back up here. It's like I think we bounce here and we come down and run all these lows. At least before the weekends we do.
Oh, because there's more lows in that one path.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of lows that just haven't been ran, and all these highs have been ran by this high. So we don't need to come back and take out this high because this high already took out all these highs. So all these lows haven't been taken. So if that makes sense.
What about oh, I see. Yeah.
That's on the higher time frame, but
Yeah. So for the lows, okay. Because the looks like the one on the far left got taken by the one to the right of it.
no, equal lows, see?
Oh, it is lower. Oh,
Yeah,
and the market's really algorithmic.
yep. And we gotta take these lows. We're gonna take these lows. There's no need to come back up here. If we do break it though, just by some chance that we break this tomorrow, all right, I'll be bullish. But until we break this, I don't see why I would be bullish. I mean, but you've seen though, regardless of my bias, honestly, on the higher time frame, intraday, like we scalped the fuck out of intraday yesterday and today. Like we didn't
Oh
really have
yeah.
a bias. We found shorts, we found longs. Like we played what we saw. So
I made 30 G's.
yes, sir.
I'm a trillionaire. Now I just got to go to the bank and cash in my demo money.
Yes, sir. That's literally it. That's funny you said that. So this morning I'll go over what I saw before the market opened. I took this short because I saw the data lows. I saw we swept a bunch of liquidity up here. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go to the data lows. This play ended up failing. I lost like 30 bucks on this trade. Then actually I rewatched the video I posted earlier. I was like, when the market opens, we're gonna come up and get a Judas swing. I literally said that in the video, so it was so refreshing to see that we actually came up, got a Judas swing, and we came down to the data lows. Ended up taking this short right here, this small short right here. We took that to the data lows, so that was a W. When we hit the data lows and we swept liquidity, me and JD took this long right here. It was a very nice long. If we held from the bottom, it was just beautiful. Um, we had equal highs here, so we were targeting these equal highs. Ended up losing a trade somewhere in here, but I was very confident and had a lot of conviction in going to these equal highs that I took a second trade. Ended up on the day, as you can see, with I made like over
Uh-huh.
500 today. So we ended up going to high a day here, which was nice. That was a nice trade. There was a nice trade in there, nice inverse. There was another inverse right here because we were bullish, so I would have taken that bullish inverse. Then when I went to breakfast, it was lunchtime, but I went and got breakfast at lunchtime. I seen this. I didn't come back till later. But when I came back and seen this, I'm like, this is perfect. This is a perfect sell. Like, because we know we're high. We know we took out a lot of liquidity above. I mean, this was a perfect sell. This big candle you could have taken. This big candle you could have taken. This big candle you could have taken. I mean, lunchtime, normally lunchtime doesn't give you this good price action. But today when I came back from lunch, I was like, man, lunch was nice. We just had really clean price action. When we had this though, JD, when we had this LRLR right here. I'm very passionate right now getting into it. But when we had this low resistance liquidity here built up so nice, I'm like, man, we're gonna get along. So oh, what am I doing? When I came
Time
back
frame.
from Yep. Basically, it's just a lot of lower resistance liquidity. When I came back from lunch, I'm like, oh, this is a nice inverse. I took it and it failed. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm still confident. I'm confident we're gonna run this. So I failed. That inverse failed. I took another losing trade. All good because I took this inverse with JD. I texted JD I was in this. Guess what? This inverse took us all the way to the top of the low resistance liquidity and we took it all out. I didn't hold that long, but it was a nice trade. I held till somewhere around here. And then I got out. JD was working and I seen this inverse. I took this inverse. Boom. I took it all the way up to this high right here to high of day. So that was another nice inverse. That was a nice inverse. I mean, then we hit high of day and I'm like, damn, we still got more longs off of here that were just beautiful. I mean, it was just so textbook. Then we got another long here. The reason this was a good long was because we were delivering off of this fair value gap and we inversed this. Guess what? We got another one back to back right here. We got another long setup. We just keep getting setups like over and over. Today was just ridiculous. And then after that, the market was really just closing. So it was a good day. Everything hit. It was one of those days where there was just a lot of trades. That's normally how it goes though. Today was CPI, so you wait for the red folder news to go, you wait for it to pass, and those days are normally the best. That's why ICT says don't trade on a no red folder day. Like if there's no news, don't trade because it's probably not volatility. So today was just beautiful, honestly. Like it doesn't get any better than this. So yeah, that's really what I got to say about today. Maybe JD has questions. I don't know, but
Um, no, it just seems like it was a bullish day.
yeah, it was very good. I mean, yesterday was too. And the crazy part is yesterday and today were great days, but guess what? I took a loss yesterday and today, and it still was a great day. That just shows you that risk management is important and it's not the end of the world if you take a loss. Like if you know what you're doing, you know your strategy works. I took a loss yesterday and today, and I'm still so happy with the outcome of yesterday and today. Back then, I would have blown the account or I would have been just miserable about the losses, but like that doesn't phase me anymore, you know? So it's really, really about risk management and just sticking to the script and looking long term.
Get it? Long term.
Yeah, we took a lot of longs today. Even though I was short. See, that's another thing I want to talk about. I woke up today and I was like, I'm bearish today. I think the market's gonna go down. It didn't show me it wanted to go down any further, so I switched my bias. I have to react to what the market is feeding me. It's feeding me new data constantly, and I need to flip my bias. If the market doesn't want to go any further down, I'm gonna take longs. I'm gonna just react to price and not predict it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough of that, but maybe you
That
got
is that low resistance liquidity building up on the downside because it's trending in one direction towards a bear?
where here?
The most recent, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so this would all be low resistance liquidity, and this would be high resistance liquidity here because we keep running the lows and we're not running the highs. So yeah, I would definitely want to see us rebalance this up here. I mean, it's Asia session, but I definitely see us coming
That's
up here,
we
especially after we swept this. We swept it. You see this big long wick right here? We
yeah.
swept this low very algorithmically, and now what? Price wants to go up. So that's the opening 6 p.m. candle. So it's a nice liquidity pool there. Actually was equal lows as well, relative equal.
So a trend line means there's going to be a shit ton of liquidity built up. So once there's
Yeah, and so if you get an inverse in the direction of that trend line, you're pretty set. That's a very high probability trade. That's almost as high probability as having equal highs or equal lows. Yeah, low resistance liquidity would be trend line. It's called trend line liquidity. That and equal highs are like the best liquidity to go for because there's a bunch of liquidity here, you know.
why
It's
is there
like here.
so much, why is there so much liquidity there?
So here, this was when the market was closing and it's like it doesn't even matter, but guess what? We still ran it. So we have people shorting here. 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 Um, the market's engineering this. So later on, we come back and run it. And guess what we did? What did we do? We didn't run all of it. Maybe we did, but no, we came close. We run most of the time we run all of it or we run most of it. Like that's another thing too. Most ICT traders are like, oh, we didn't take all of the liquidity. We need to take all of it. No, as long as we took some form of liquidity, we can get a reversal or we can get an entry. Like we don't need to take every single last drop of the liquidity. Like we don't, this high didn't get taken, but we still reverse down. Why? Because we took enough liquidity here. We took a bunch. So there's just a bunch of retail traders shorting this. That's why, I mean, back when I was a retail trader, I would have shorted this trend line too. It's perfect. Or, um, here's another example. Dodgy did this, but here we got, let me do it another tool. This is the last thing, and I'll stop ranting, and JD can go and do his thing. So boom,
All right.
boom, 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 boom. All right. So what did we used to call this? We used to call this support and motherfucking resistance. Guess what? People are going to keep buying this. Yes, they might make some profit. Eventually, what happens? They buy this one and they get knifed. And guess what? Mamba does. The breakout traders sell this. The support and resistance traders buy this and they both get fucking smoked. And guess what? This is where our fucking inverse is, somewhere in here. Our inverse is somewhere in here, and we're just smoking everybody. We're smoking the sellers, we're smoking the buyers, we're smoking the breakout traders, we're just cooking everybody. And this is just how good ICT is. But that's a perfect example of we got support and resistance traders getting smoked, breakout traders, everyone's getting smoked. ICT traders are, if you're trading inverses, are, that's why it works so well. If you're
That's
patient enough to wait for this, let's say this is 1 o'clock in the morning, let's say this is 6 o'clock in the morning. If you're patient enough to wait 5 hours for this entry right here, there's no stopping you. So
no
that's just a
stopping in China
uh,
shop.
a little example right there. I'm done with that though. Enough of that.
You're becoming ICT.
I'm trying, man. I don't, if only we had a market we could trade right now with like good volatility. Like, what is this?
We could
This is
well
just
we could trade soybeans.
this is garbage. Like, who the hell is trading this? Like, if you trade this, you just got issues.
Oh,
And I
you
used to
buy.
trade this. I used to trade this during Asia session.
I used to over leverage the fuck out of it and
And
but
you would buy the top or sell the top and buy the
look, it's
bottom.
so consistent. Oh man, that was the best trading strategy of them all.
Oh, that was good.
I was like, I only trade consolidation in Asian session.
Impossible, man. So I do want to go over another thing. Yesterday, this is just proof of what I'm saying and proof of what ICT is saying. Yesterday, this is yesterday. This is a no news Monday. Look at no news Monday. Honestly, if we found some trades in here, but our strategy is just good that we found trades in here. Most people are not going to find trades in here. Look at this chop. This is ugly, disgusting. Now what happens when we move to the next day? CPI comes out, red folder news. Look at this, beautiful. Compared to this, look at the difference. No red folder news, red folder news. You want to trade on these days and put a lot of capital and be aggressive on these days. These days you want to preserve your capital because look at this. Like you're gonna get chopped up. You're just gonna get chopped up in this. This beautiful. It doesn't get better than this. So
Hmm.
anyway, that's just something to pay attention to. We used to think red folder news. Oh, we want to trade the news. No, we don't trade the news, but we look out for those days. There's red folder news. That means there's gonna be volatility after the news the rest of the day. So like today, those were good days to trade. I mean, yeah, like this is just so textbook. The way we bounce off of this, and we got long setups here on the 1 minute. We came all the way back to high of day. Like just literally what ICT preaches. We had low resistance liquidity, like amazing stuff. And we had liquidity sweeps here, like just beautiful. No displacement, just completely liquidity sweep, pump, retrace to 50% and fair value gap, another long setup, boom. Like just beautiful.
Bulltastic.
I guess we could
Whoa,
do
hey,
some
that was a nice one. Go back to that.
there right there.
No, there was a
This one.
chart. There was a chart just now. It looked extraordinary. Yeah.
So if you want to trade this inverse, what we do is we go here and then we go like this.
It's an
We draw.
inverse.
Hang on. We draw this,
That inverse didn't work.
and then we draw this,
What in the fuck am I looking at?
and then we draw this.
Oh man. Neat.
This is called ICT's pyramid theory. If you ever get your hands on this, this is your entry. And
You
so what you
too.
would do is you would short here, and then you would long here.
Yep.
And it doesn't get any better than that.
That's man, that looks like the man, that could be its own country, bro. It looks like a flag.
It
That's what
does look
it looks
like a
like.
flag.
It's like a country of just bulls and bears. Like that's the entire
Uh,
population.
yeah, I don't know how people trade this. I don't think you can. I mean, there must be people trading it because it's moving up and down. So I don't know who's trading this, but they're really having fun here. Maybe you go to the 15-minute chart and it looks a little better. I mean, I guess.
What about the 4 hour?
Yeah, I guess it's not bad. Here, you want to do a little, you want to do a little, we'll do a little, charting session, we'll call it. Where I think price will go. We won't be able to see it because it's a 4 hour, so it'll happen.
Sure.
But if
Oh,
I,
there's a bearish fair value gap that it wicked off of perfectly to make that giant candle downwards that also has a fair value gap. That's
yeah.
bearish.
So with this momentum, this is like how to get your bias. This low right here is liquidity. We're gonna take this low. So what that means is what? We can drop down to the 1 minute if the chart looked right. And we can take an entry
Well,
down to this line.
is that a fair value gap ahead? It's huge. That's like the whole
Oh
that.
yeah, right here, right here. Yep, we inversed it right here. We inversed it, but it failed because
What about above? I see a big block.
oh yeah, that's the 1 hour fair value gap.
Where's the fair
Four
value gap?
that's the 4 hour fair value gap right here.
No way. That fair value gap is like,
Yeah, that's the 1 minute. Now we go to the 1 minute and that's it right there.
geez. It's
But this is like how you get your bias. I mean, this is a market maker buy model. I know I'm over here drawing fucking patterns, but this is a market maker sell model. I mean, not buy model. What am I saying? Market maker sell model. Um, ICT talks about this, how we run up and then we come back down and we grab all the liquidity, grab all the lows. And when we finish grabbing this low, it'll be the completion of the market maker sell model. So this right here would literally be perfect. I mean, you have your bias. If there's volume in the market, look for your entry on the 1 minute or the 5 minute and target that liquidity. I mean, that's how I get my bias sometimes.
all right,
But
let's go to a different chart. This is giving me AIDS.
yeah, that shit is horrible, right? We'll go to this one because I never traded this, but this one's kind of terrible
I can't
too.
believe you don't have soybean.
Yeah,
What
that's
about
all right.
cattle?
All
You have
right.
cattle at
No,
least?
I don't trade cattle. The reason I don't trade I have it's right here, but the reason I don't trade it is because it's only open for like 2 hours a day. The market's only open for from like here, look. It's open from 9:30
Oh, did cattle?
to
Can you check on the 4 hours, see if there's a giant bearish candle? Oh,
we're rejecting this fair value gap. So and we have a lot of low resistance liquidity here. I think we dump. And I had to take a guess. Look what we did. We swept all the liquidity up here with this big wick. We're rejecting this, and we have a lot of low resistance liquidity. So on the 4 hour, I would be bearish here. That's really just how I look at the chart quickly and determine a bias for the higher time frame.
but it's selling.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad sell. I mean, I don't think the market's open right now. Yeah, this market's only open for 9:30 to 1:30. So what is that? 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1. It's only open for 4 hours a day.
Oh
I don't know
shit.
why. That's
It's not
weird.
very bullish or bearish.
No.
It's like howish.
Yeah.
You know, we're basically we're I'm I won't even say this on recording, actually. Never mind.
Say it. Fuck it.
I'm sure somewhere in the dark web, bro, there's a similar brokerage page that has like people as like, you know, cattle, like humans.
Oh boy.
Because
Probably.
our social security numbers, right? We're basically like cattle, literal collateral for the nation. We're
I've
that's
seen
why
that somewhere before.
yeah,
Maybe you're the one who showed me.
that's why your name is all exclamation marks.
Is it really?
Yeah, look on your birth certificate. It's all exclamation marks. Has to be. Because that indicates your property. That's why an LLC gets its own social security number. It's an EIN.
Jesus.
I think that means entity identification number. What do you think you are? You're an entity.
Yeah,
You
that's what we are. So what I'm seeing here is this is like just to get screen time. Like I seen Joe. Joe was shorting this. Okay,
yeah.
Joe was shorting gold. Um, we swept liquidity, and this is the 50% of this wick, and now we're bouncing from it. And if you go to the 4 hour, we got a nice reaction out of that. I think I seen Joe shorting this. So
Oh, there's a
actually,
fair
Joe,
value gap there.
yeah, I think Joe short worked out. Let me see what we look like here.
This is a huge fair value gap.
Yeah, the problem with this, like, we're just so high up here. I want to see us retrace at least to 50%. Let me draw 50% though. That's not 50%. I want to see us retrace to 50%. There's no way. Like, I don't even trade gold, but like I want to see us retrace this for value gap at least next week. And then maybe we go take out if we want to go see all-time highs, we go take out this high. But we'll get a little bit conspiracy theory here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
You can see my YouTube.
I see your chart.
Let me go on YouTube then. Stop share and share my YouTube. Just
Get
gonna
it.
go over something quick. JD talks about this all the time too, so I thought I'd share it.
Let's see it.
Shoot.
You're corrupting the audience. What are you corrupting the audience with, Brian?
You know what's crazy? You're talking on Zoom right now, and I got a fucking YouTube video playing of you talking right now. So I just heard your voice like fucking 8 times. ICT concepts.
Let's see.
All right. He just posted something very like this is like something you would talk to me about, and I really resonated with it. Here it is. Read more. Okay. Good morning, folks. I missed last Saturday's usual reminder for constant readers. Despite everything going on, I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss this one today. We have seen several markets reach into all-time highs, such as Bitcoin, gold, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq stock indices. Consider the global climate at the present moment. Do things look promising? Do things look like they are improving? Who would be buying stocks at these historic levels at such elevated risk? As history has proven time and time again, the latecomers are left holding the bag at the highs, and smart money was in fact selling their longs to the lesser informed crowd who bought the new highs. This is an election year with so much riding on the emotions and heartstrings of US voters. And no, I do not vote. I expect some catastrophe to manifest before the end of the year. I do not think we will be at these levels come Christmas. What I think is happening, the fat cats are selling their holdings before the curtain falls. I have bought and sold in this rally this year and last. However, have maintained a clear bullish bias on the macro perspective. I'm starting to search for the tide to shift. Is this me saying we topped on Friday? No. It might have, could have, or maybe simply retraced. I do not know for certain at this moment. I am stating that I'm interested in the likelihood that we will soon be entering an intermediate term bearish quarterly shift. I realize this is a counter trend to an incredibly bullish, albeit manufactured rally with no actual underlying basis to why it would be recurring, apart from the Fed pouring money into itself. There you go, JD. Since 2009, the markets have been running on rails of, okay, you get the point. It has nothing to do with how we trade, but like I guess this is for long-term investors and just people in general. Like, don't believe everything you see. You see all-time highs. Why are we at all-time highs? The economy is. This is JD's turn. The turn to talk. Like, I don't need to say more. When I seen this from ICT, I was like, man, this dude just hits the bullseye on everything. Like,
I am the mentor of your mentor. You know what's funny?
yeah, I am the mentor of your mentor.
That's funny because you're talking to a guy who is mentored by him to potentially work for him, who's a mentor and sells
It's
mentorship.
it's a fucking what do you call that?
It's a paradoxical loop of mentors, mentoring other mentors.
That's really what it is. Jesus.
Yeah. No, yeah, but
Uh,
yeah, Jesse is
That's literally what you told me, and you didn't even know this stuff. You're like, it's all.
it's all
What did you say?
manufactured. Yeah, no, bro,
Yeah, it's all
definitely.
manufactured. I'm like, I can't understand how it just keeps going up, but you just kept saying for the past couple months, you're like, it's all manufactured, it's all manufactured.
Yeah,
So
dude.
it was cool to see that, you know?
Yeah, because there's nothing. Think about our economy, bro. We don't even have imports. We don't really have any exports right now, bro. We're entirely dependent on the outside world, meaning our country isn't producing anything. Our people are lazy as shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's so fucked. The only thing keeping the US running is how much fucking money they're printing in its military force. Like it's dude, they had a 4,000 page document that they gave Congress 24 hours to read over the spending of like $6 trillion. You think
Yeah, I
can
seen
you
you
read?
you show me that. No, you can't read that. Nobody can read that.
You can't read 4,000 1,000 page documents, 1,000 letter or word documents. You can't read 4,000 of those in 24 hours. So why is anybody putting a stamp of approval on it or saying yes to it? Because it's all manipulated. It's all
Yeah.
controlled at a very deep and dark level. And that's why our country is going to shit. And everybody who's living in the suburbs and in the country and certain cities that aren't doing so bad think you're okay in my neighborhood. Yeah, but how do you destroy a fucking country? You take down the big cities. What's going on in our big cities right now? Everybody's fucking gay, trans, having giant shootouts. Like, it's you can't even afford to live in the big cities. It's too expensive. It's 3 grand a month for rent in a fucking 2 bedroom hole in the wall with 300 square feet. Like,
Horrible.
if you're not making 200K a year in the fucking big city, you're not gonna fucking make it. So, yeah, and the markets are absolutely manipulated, and it will.
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought about you when I saw that. Also, this part too. When you have studied these markets for over 30 years, you pick up on cycles, patterns that tend to
yeah,
repeat. And that right there, that's like JD right there.
yeah,
You pick up cycles, patterns that tend to repeat. Like when I read that, I thought of JD instantly because yeah. But yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff here. I mean,
yeah.
go for all you people watching this video, go check out ICT even if you don't trade. I mean,
No, he's talking about go down, go down. Oh no.
if you wait where you can you can read it if you want. I'll listen.
I think it was the other. Yeah, there. No, right back to where you were. Me Since 2009, the markets have been running on rails of greased lightning. When you have studied the markets over 30 years, you pick up cycles, patterns that repeat, and you learn how humans behave. We are in a moment in time when and where the average person is broke, near broke, living on credit cards, and everything soaring in cost. Many are entering this industry of trading now with so many recent high school graduates promising them Lamborghini lifestyles with $400 laptops and JCPenney clearance rack suits on while selling them mentorships or courses. Bro, Jesse can't be older than like 22. Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
insane.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna get fucking coached by anybody, might as well be one of the high
Yeah.
somebody from the cult, you know?
And he's legit too. You know, ICT doesn't mind people selling his shit. ICT
Uh,
doesn't like when people either don't teach his stuff right or they don't give him the validation he deserves, you know? So it's one of the
yeah.
two. Either someone's not teaching his stuff right or someone is not giving him the credit he deserves. So I
Uh-huh.
mean, Casper's doing it. Jesse, you call him Jesse. So he's
Yeah.
teaching it right.
Oh
He's
yeah,
teaching it
Cass.
right and he gives ICT the credit. So there's nothing wrong with Jesse.
I've never watched a minute of his content, so I don't know. But
His stuff is good. His stuff is good.
well, if I end up working for him, I'll watch his stuff.
Yep.
Well,
So
yeah, I probably won't actually. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I gotta figure that out.
I know you would have really resonated with this. It's just cool to see because ICT is just some guy you never even met, some guy I brought up to you, and now over here he literally sounds like half the shit we talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, no, it sounds like a smart guy. I'll probably have to watch his shit. He looks like your typical like, kind of conspiracy theory, like prepper
Yeah,
kind of guy.
but that's most people who are entrepreneurs and make money and believe in God have that same. It's all correlated. It's all
That's bro, because you know why? Because that's that's normal. Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah. This is normal, but people think it's crazy.
the people that think it's crazy are completely and utterly brainwashed.
Ah,
Like, Oh, so is that considered a fair value gap between the
Yeah.
two black candles? No, look at the
Yep.
black ones. Look at the black ones. Yeah.
Here. No, no,
Volume
these
balance.
gap, yeah, there you go, JD. These are volume imbalances. It's pretty much just showing you that price doesn't have volume in the market. There's a bunch of them here. But when these come into play, they don't come into play during New York session a whole lot, but you still see them during New York. These are treated, you can treat them as fair value gaps. Price will reject here, and price does have to come and fill these at some point. So it's just like a fair value gap. It's just different. So those are huge ones because we're in Asia session. I'll show you a couple from New York session. These ones you really got to tune your eyes to see. Like you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Are they actually there? They don't happen that often in New York session because we have good volume. There you go. There's one right there. This little
All
look
right.
right here, this gap, and what happened? We
This
probably
is the
came
gap.
back to it at some point. We had to, yep, we came back to it.
I
This
didn't.
little gap. We always fill them and we always reject them. And what did we do? We came up and we rejected it. That's a volume imbalance. We don't see them much during New York session, like I said, but they're there.
Where's the gap?
So you see how all the candles are side by side, side by side. You see how there's a gap in this price right here, and now there's no gap in this price, and there's a gap in this price.
Wait,
No
a
gap
gap.
here, gap here. So
Oh,
this is a little different than fair value gaps. This is based on the open and the close of the candle, but there's no gap here and there's a gap here, so that's a volume imbalance.
interesting.
Um, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of them. Sometimes when they're huge, you'll see them. I'll show you one more. They don't happen a whole lot during New York because we have good volume, but they're a PDA rate. ICT says it's a really good PDA rate. Like, look right here, volume imbalance right here. It's not a fair value gap, it's a volume imbalance. And what did we do? We came in, we rejected off of it. We came in, we filled it. We filled this imbalance, and we rejected. So they happen. I don't use them though. I use fair value gaps. ICT says all you need is fair value gaps and liquidity. Like you don't need everything he teaches. He teaches 81 different entry methods. Like you don't need breaker blocks. You don't need order blocks. You don't need
Yeah,
volume
that's
imbalance. All you need is fair value gaps and liquidity. Like you don't need all this shit.
yeah, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, he
Oh, there's
teaches a
one.
lot.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
volume balance.
there's a bunch. There's a bunch. When you see this, there's an inverse that worked actually right there. So entry here, target here. That was a nice inverse. Just now, actually. I had that marked out before we started talking about in volume imbalances.
Oh, you're at 50,900.
Yeah, so we're getting closer to passing this thing, hopefully this week.
So how much did you start with today? 300?
Four.
400?
Yeah, and for tonight, for you guys watching, I see us retracing into this 1 hour fair value gap. It's an unbalanced fair value gap. It also is 50% of the retracement. So I see us at least tapping into here during a London session. By the time I wake up, what I do want to see is this is the last thing I'll talk about for real this time, and I want to see our reaction out of here. Like I really want to see this reaction. I want to see if we inverse it or I want to see if we reject it, and that'll be my play for tomorrow. Mainly I like being bearish right here today and tomorrow because we have just so much liquidity. If we really want to mark this out and get technical, I'll do it really quick. We have a super nice liquidity pool right here. We have a super nice liquidity pool right here. All these are very obvious lows. We just have a bunch of liquidity just has not been ran. Like we need to come and grab these. So and up here there's nothing. There's no liquidity up here. We grabbed all the liquidity. So for us to come up, it makes no sense. If we do, I'm gonna have to react and just be bullish. I don't see why we go up, but if we do, I'm just gonna have to be bullish.
That's right. The Bulls they're bulling.
That's about it. As of right now, though, yeah, I see us coming to retrace into this fair value gap overnight. So when I wake up, we'll see. Also, tomorrow, this would be a nice fair value gap to watch out for because the way we rejected this, when we come back down here, I want to see this break. Oh, that's another thing I didn't talk about. For us to come down to these lows, these equal lows here, tomorrow, this is just what I learned from Dodgy, but for us to come down there, yeah, once we have to inverse this. Once we, oh, you know what? There's another one here. So we have to inverse this. This is the last one in the leg. This is the last thing holding price up here. This 1 hour fair value gap. Once we inverse that, we will see the liquidity below. And that's really what I see for tomorrow.
Oh, it's a Head and Shoulders.
Where is that?
It's forming it. Look, it has the shoulder and the head, and the other shoulder is forming. It just
Oh
out.
boy. Retail trading patterns. Not a You know what? You know what, JD? Look, just so you can feel good about head and shoulders. We got a left shoulder, we got a head, and we got a left right shoulder. And we went
Yes,
and we went bullish.
that's the that's the arm. Yeah,
Oh, that's a nice one.
yeah. Oh, have you seen the rhinoceros?
No, I have not. What does it
Look,
look like?
right there, right there. That's a rhinoceros. Look, that's the horn. You see the horn,
Right
right?
here?
Oh no, the other one. The other one. No, actually, that's a shark. You want to talk about a shark fin? What about a shark without a fin? No, no, go. No, no, don't go. No, going away from it. Back. Yep. Right there. Yep. That's the shark. Look at the mouth. Look at the mouth. Yep. No. Yep. Look at the mouth. Yep. Right there. That's a shark. Why don't you draw a shark fin on the shark? Yes.
Is that it or no?
Yeah, that's it. Shark fin. Oh man.
Oh boy. Um, yeah, not really much to go over. I'll go over a couple of examples. Let's go on oil. I've never back tested oil. I'll trade like 5 to 10 trades here and just we'll go back in time. We'll close out the chart. We'll take like 5 to 10 trades here and see what our win rate is, see what we do. Oil and Nasdaq will be the two best charts for trading inverses, but it works on every chart, so don't be afraid. I'll stick to the 5 minute because it's the best time to trade. I see something I like, I'll take it. If we inverse this, I like this.
Oh, there's a bear. Yeah,
Um,
there's a smaller bearish one too below that.
here.
Oh wait, no, that's not a.
Yeah, I
No.
like that. Oh, damn, I missed the fucking entry because I clicked too fast. But anyways, you know that would have been a win because I said if I like this, I'll take it. So that was a win. You heard me say it. That was an inverse. Boom, nice.
Oh,
So
because it broke the trend line and now it's taking all that low resistance liquidity on that.
yeah, the reason I like this is exactly for that reason because we had all these engineered highs here that need to be run, and if I guess correctly, we're gonna come up here. Like
Oh,
we
so
should come up here.
so the
Boom. Just like I said, we came up here and we ran all the liquidity.
and now we're dumping.
Yeah, we'll probably get a dump here. I don't see anything really textbook though because there's so many fair value gaps here. I mean, I guess if we go to the 15 minute, not even, there's still too many. So we'll wait for another entry, take a couple more trades and see what we see.
Oh, fair value gap, bearish.
Yeah,
Inverted.
when I see a nice one, it'll pop out to me just like that. Like if we get this long, I'll take this long.
Let's see.
There it is. Buy. Take profit at the high. Stop loss will be a close below. Boom. Winning trade. Reason that was a winning trade. I just like it. Look at it. Look, it's a very obvious one. We I didn't even explain. I'm sorry. We swept liquidity. We delivered from this. I already know these things in my head and very obvious. A lot of momentum. Entry here. Like it's this is just like money. We have low resistance liquidity here. Like this shit just happens over and over on every fucking market. Like if Nasdaq shuts down, like we can trade another market. It's not the end of the world. So there is another one here. I don't mind. It's not the greatest, but yeah, that's okay. I'll take that. I mean, it's not a good TP though. Like this would be our target. See, because the problem is we got this big fair value gap here. So like, I mean, I guess we could target this fair value gap. Boom, stopped out.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like that reaction. I'll close it. We took a loss. See that it just wasn't. Before I took the trade, I said I didn't like it. In real time, I wouldn't taken that. I didn't like it. Like just trying to see what happens. And see, my stop out was good. I stopped out. I closed the trade because eventually, look, I would have just fucking blown my account. That's why following your rules is important. There's an inverse here. I don't like it too much, but we'll try it.
why don't you
I
like?
re-
It's
I don't
interesting.
like it because it's not obvious. Like this is not an obvious fair value gap. Like I can see it with my eyes, but it's not obvious. New ICT traders are not going to see this, so it's not the greatest, but I'll take it. And look, see, it fails. It is what it is.
The bearish.
When it's obvious like this one over here, they work because it's just super obvious. I'm not even looking at higher time frame bias, so obviously the win rate's going to be lower. I'll take this short here. Damn, is everything just gonna fail here? There we go. All
Drop,
right, so here would be a break even.
drop.
All right, and we're out of here. That's it. So that was a nice inverse. Do a couple more. We'll try to get the account to 500
Wait.
bucks in profit or 1,000 bucks.
Oh, you're using the strategy, are you using the strategy tester or these actual trades?
No, no, no. This is a strategy tester. Yeah. So I
Oh,
see this. Let's see how we react out of here. And damn, is there more liquidity to the left? If there's more liquidity, I'll take a short because of the momentum. Yeah, there's liquidity. Yeah, we're gonna hit this. I'll
yeah, that's a
target
big
that.
candle.
Yeah, I'll target that. I'll take a short here. Probably gonna come up and retrace. So actually, not bad. I mean, that was see, just based off of momentum there. Like I'm out there. Should have took profit at 800, but I'm good with that there. No point in sitting here letting it retrace all the way. It would probably retrace to 50% and then we'll be in drawdown. But I mean, that wasn't bad if you're seeing that off of momentum. Gonna have to fast forward here because it's probably not gonna be much. Ooh, this is nice. If we inverse this down, I'll take this. Reason being, we have so much momentum down and we would be delivering from this. I would like to see us come up here and deliver from that. Never delivered from it, but it's okay. We inverse it and we inverse it with an order block. That's not bad. My take profit will be at this 4 hour low. All right, so let's see. We're at break even now, basically. Probably gonna get stopped at break even. Damn, it's Asia session. This shit ain't gonna hit. All right, let's just run it. I bet you it hits. It's just it's Asia session. Wrong time to be trading. This should hit. Come on.
Asians.
Jesus, let's go.
Bears, 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 bears,
All right,
bears.
there we go. See, I told you it would hit. Momentum, liquidity, like screen time thing. It just takes time. There's another inverse right there I just missed. So you see this shit works. And oil is not even as high probability as NASDAQ, but entry there, boom, little scalp. Shit just works constantly. The reason that was good is because we weren't really delivering from this. We actually inversed this one, but I guess that long would have failed. But the short worked. I'll do a couple more, and then we'll call it. All right, so we're at 10 a.m. right now. Nice time to be trading. Nothing I see that I like. I want to see, let's see, come on, give me something.
There's a bearish fair value gap.
Yeah, that was okay. The problem with that was the entry was up here. Yeah, I
Oh,
guess that worked out. Or
further.
this one right here.
Yeah,
If we inverse this, I could see us coming up here.
let's see.
I think we're gonna run all this though. This liquidity here, we're gonna run all this.
Little
Like I
trend line
said,
here.
yeah, we're gonna run all that shit. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. See, this catches my eye. We swept liquidity. Got a nice inverse. Well, we're about to.
Equal.
Uh, let's go. All right, there's the inverse. What time is it? It's probably bad time. Yes, fucking 4:40 p.m. The market closes in 20 minutes. This probably ain't gonna hit, but we'll target this high here. The reason I'll target that high is because this fair value gap is here, and there is no way of knowing if we will reject that. So let's go. Boom, and we gapped up and hit take profit there. So when price market open, we gapped up and hit take profit. So that was
Uh,
a winning trade. We're
Wait,
up
how do we
1480. Huh?
how do we gap up and just take all the liquidity?
I don't know necessarily how it works. They say it's because the prices the brokers give you in terms of the market close and market open, some people put bids on the price when it's closed. I don't really know how that works. Like they're buying it when it's closed. So when it opens, their buys shoot the market up. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, it sounds,
Like people can bid on the market when it's closed, but we can't. Like I don't know. That's just how I think that's why it gaps up.
oh,
It doesn't really matter to me. All I know is now that this gap is here, it's gonna be used as resistance, just like fair value gap would.
why can't I do that?
See, so now we filled this gap. I mean, I'll take one more trade because I know JD's getting tired. If he wants me to backtest more, I'll backtest more. But this is called a new day opening gap. ICT uses it. Um, we always fill it. sometimes I've seen traders come on a Sunday night to this gap and just trade to it, and I mean it works for them. But yeah, normally we gravitate towards these gaps, like this new day
What
opening gap.
the fuck?
So
Yeah,
we
that's nuts.
so
Bears,
anyways,
bears, 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 bears. Look at that ball. Look at that drop.
I'll take a couple more trades and then I'll let JD go on his merry way because I know I'm fucking just doing the same shit over and over. That's all trading is. This is the same shit over and over.
Hey, bro.
I think we dump here. I think we dump
Uh,
all the way to this low. And there's no inverse, but I think we dump here. Reason being is because we put a really nice order block in here. Boom. We dumped to the low, like I said. There was no entry for me because I don't trade order blocks, but it's just good to tape read that and see that signature in price. Like, okay, I think it's gonna go here. Why do I think it's gonna go here? And does it go here? Oh, that was nice. Um, it's really nothing here to really see. I mean, this is okay. The problem with this is there's another one
that's
here. So
just what I needed.
we got to inverse both of these. Oh, that was a nice inverse right there. Damn. Missed it. See if it goes anywhere. Yep. So it worked out. That was a nice inverse right there. Inverses, they just keep working. You guys see it. And now this would be even more textbook. Why? Because we swept liquidity with no displacement. Candle couldn't close below. And now, guess what? We are going to
Bullish.
inverse this. Yeah, we're going to inverse this and we're gone. We might get that inverse. See, so it really depends what we do. I mean, we got a bearish inverse here, so I can't be bullish on that. We're gonna go down more. And there's a bullish inverse. It just happens over and over. You see it. Um, there's a bullish inverse. Did we inverse it? No, we didn't inverse it. We might on the next candle. There it goes. And that's what I was waiting for. Where
Now
did
it's
it go?
now it's gonna sweep the highs.
Yeah, I want to see it inverse this though before I get in. Retrace, inverse. There it goes, right there. Oh, let me see the inverse. Damn, no inverse. Last one. This is the last one, JD. I'm really done after this. Unless you really want to watch more, then I'll take a couple more. Here's an inverse, so I'll take a short. I don't think we're gonna go too far here, but and we got stopped out. So our draw on liquidity was wrong. That's okay. We inverse this one, so now we have a buy. Here, what do we see? We see a bunch of low resistance liquidity.
Oh, you're going for the super highs.
Yeah, I think we go hit them.
Let's see. Is there a fair value gap there where it is right now?
Where it's at right now, like
To
an
the
inverse or a regular one.
just is there a is there a yeah, is there an inverse at all here?
Yeah, this is the inverse entry right here.
That's not bad actually. Okay.
Uh,
See if it hits those highs.
Boom. We got stopped out. I mean, we would have taken profit up here and set our break even. There's no way I would have been in this much profit and just let it come back on me like that. But yeah, we never hit the highs. So the draw on liquidity is what? The draw must have been bearish. If our trade didn't want to go up here, our draw was wrong. But guess why my draw was wrong? I'm not looking at the higher time frame, so I have no clue where the price is gonna go because I'm not even looking at the higher time frames. If I'm looking at the higher time frames, then I know where price is gonna go.
Very true.
Actually. That's it. That's really it, JD. I'm done chewing your ear off. I know I'm killing you.
Oh no, you're good. I'm just I
Good back testing session though. We ended up with 190 bucks. It would have been a whole lot more than that, but obviously F the replay mode is it's not exactly how live trading is. So it was good. It was good. We won a lot of trades. The losses were not really losses, they were break even. So
mm-hmm.
it was
All in
good.
all, we're bulls.
Yeah,
Nice, bro. Yeah.
absolutely.
No, this is solid. Outro.
All right, this is Russo Trades here. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank JD for being here with me. He's really helping me out a lot. He's getting it done, doing his thing. And yeah, if you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment, drop some suggestions, and yeah, God bless. Have a good night.